Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Soleb, and Bolts.
Merry fucking Christmas!
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. What's
Seasons,
up, guys?
Greetings.
Seasons greetings. Empty Coke bottle.
Delicious old fashioned.
Thanks. Make me look like a fool again, Jeremy. I will fly.
What?
I'll fly all the way up there and do nothing. Probably just get super high. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, episode number 372. It is your boy Soleb back again with my partner in crime, Toaster McGee. What's up, man?
What's going on? How's things?
I want to give a big shout outs to everybody. Big shout outs to everyone that checked out the Cinelinx Game Awards. We had some amazing numbers through the end of this year, with people checking out the website, people checking out the awards, checking out our socials. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that did. I know we haven't been the most consistent. I know that I always say that we're going to be more consistent, but now I have Toaster riding my coattails too, saying it's time to get more consistent.
And so, you know, when I'm saying it,
it means something even more, because Bolts is already Bolts is just, it's not that he's saying that we need to be more consistent. Bolts is the one that's like, if you want to do a podcast, I'll do it. If you don't, it's whatever. I'm like, okay. So Toaster's hey, bro.
Our two fans really, we
really like the show.
They do. And we appreciate them. Really.
Yeah, we do. Very much. So we're going to go ahead and get into this holiday episode of the Second Opinion Podcast and talk about what have we been gaming. So, folks, we're going to start with Toaster first. Toaster, what have you been gaming, my friend?
A little bit of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
One of the best action games of the year.
And a whole lot of Path of Exile, too.
Man, a hard game for sure.
No, I don't understand why people are like. I am also playing a ranger, so it's like I'm not. Like, I was reading about how people were getting just destroyed. I'm like, I'm just not gonna stand there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it can be challenging. I just recently, earlier today, took out the first boss of Act 2, and that was a rough fight. Like, there's this. I'm very glad I have escape shot, because I was just like, I'm out. Like, I was, it was awful. But man, I'm gonna be doing a write up on it. It's more Diablo than Diablo is.
It definitely feels that way.
Like,
I played the
really,
beta,
I appreciate what they did with Diablo 4. Diablo 3 will always hold a place in my heart, because my wife and I played that a lot. I personally liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun, but it was a straight up action RPG loot fest.
Yeah,
and then this open world thing and always online thing that they did with Diablo 4. It's enjoyable, but it's not Diablo.
Yeah.
This Path of Exile too, like you walk around uncovering map, you know, like, and that's one of the things I loved about Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and the original Diablo was like that fog of war thing they had going on.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you'd walk around and you felt the sense of accomplishment when you pulled the mini map up and you're like, holy shit, I've wandered around this whole thing. And I mean, yeah. So it's very enjoyable.
Does my mic still sound? Does it sound different?
No, you sound fine.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure that, like, if I'm sitting here next to it, my voice still sounds the same.
Oh, and lastly, Vampire fucking Survivors.
Okay, so is Vampire Survivors, is it that like 8-bit, 16-bit style game? Okay.
It's 8-bit and it's a roguelike bullet hell, I think, is what the genre is. I don't know what the kids are calling things these days. It's a Vigia game. But like it was made by a dude that used to work on like Korean jackpot machines. So
Yeah.
like it's super bright when you like find chests and stuff, but I mean, dude, literally, it's just like an 8-bit game, open map where just shit just keeps coming at you, and you get all these weapons, and you just control it, you know, with the left thumbstick, and that's it. But like, there's all of these unlockables. There's these secret weapons. There's like weapon evolutions that happen. Like it's crack. It literally, you just want to keep coming back and like trying to unlock more and more. And then they added the Ode to Castlevania because that was the big thing when the game first came out. As everybody was like, "Oh, this guy totally played Castlevania back in the day," because it had that feel and that vibe with the characters. But this time, he literally Konami finally, you know, worked something out with him where he has all of, like, you can get all of the Castlevania characters.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, and then like you have Dracula's castle, you got to roam around and like, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, but before we get into my games that I've been playing, we're going to watch this video. Because holy shit. It's amazing. So I will be right back. Fucking goosebumps, bro.
Home. Take me home.
Superman.
He looks like such a douche.
He's such a douchebag, man.
That was metaphorical.
Fuck! How could you not watch that and not just have a total shit fit like as a fucking fan of Superman. Like,
dude, like, so they're already talking about, just by the sheer number of watch or views that this trailer has gotten, like the hype train is fully running.
look
Like,
at that.
the studios are expecting, like, they're just expecting blockbuster level excitement for this movie. And honestly,
32 million views in just 2 days.
if this movie can keep your emotions at the height that this trailer keeps them at for the entire movie, this movie's going to be fucking amazing. And I seriously hope that the idiots at Warner Brothers are just funding this and just letting James Gunn and Peter Safran
I really,
just do
I-
what they need to do.
I'm telling you, I believe that James Gunn is doing everything right.
I mean,
Let's look at this real quick. Hold up. First
Peacemaker
off,
was fucking amazing.
look at crypto, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, the entertainment industry needs to stop, man. There's too many bestest boys out there now. There's way too many bestest boys. You got Scratch from Baldur's Gate 3. You got Dog Meat from Fallout 3
Yep.
and Fallout 4. Everybody loved Dog Meat. You know, now you got Crypto. You know, I mean,
he looks great as Luther too.
he does. He looks
And I know he's going to do a great job, but like this part right here.
Yeah, let's talk about Nathan Guy douchebag Gardner Fillion. Holy shit. All right. For
Bro.
those of you who don't know, Guy Gardner is an egotistical, arrogant asshole. Batman straight up punched him in the face in front of the entire league, and everybody laughed. In fact, they keep telling the story of the time that Batman punched Guy Gardner in the face.
Yep.
And they kept the fucking douche bowl haircut. Like, this is oh my God.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. I like Guy Gardner has always I'm not even I'm not even a big like DC fan to where I know the history of this and that.
Dude, like this. I mean, I try not to, but yeah, inevitably you have to. It's the comparison of Marvel and DC, and this is kind of a page right out of Feige's playbook with these movies. Is you find actors and actresses that look like the comic characters. You know, like if you can find the dude that's playing Jon Stewart in the Lantern series. That
he
dude
looks
like Jon Stewart straight up walked out of the Bruce Timm Justice League cartoon.
100%.
It's ridiculous how and that's awesome, and it makes it easier for the I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this.
It's great. That's the thing. I mean, look, Guy Gardner he just looks like an asshole. And then you got Hawk Girl.
I don't know who that
I don't know what that is.
And I mean, totally getting Margot Kidder vibes off of the new Lois Lane.
Yeah, and isn't this robot?
That's Alex.
Yeah, that's like
the Fortress of Solitude.
Fortress of Solitude, yeah.
That's Superman's Alfred.
So this guy right here.
They're saying that is actually Ultraman. That is
really
terrific. Not this guy. This guy right here. I thought it was Parasite.
Right here. God bless it. Ultraman isn't Ultraman.
Ultraman is an alternate dimension Superman. He's an evil.
Yeah, yeah. He's the one that led up the League of Villains or whatever. I can't even remember the name of it, but that would be great. Now, who is this again?
That is Mr. Terrific.
Okay, and now I did see online that Mr. Terrific is supposed to have a really big, like, focus in this movie. Like, he has to do a lot with the plot of this movie.
Yeah, so he's, depending on what list and who you're talking about, he's either the third or fourth most or smartest man on the planet.
Yeah.
His superpower is the fact that he's essentially just a nicer version of Batman in a way. Like,
okay.
He's an inventor, and his power comes from these T-spheres, which he can just basically have them do anything he needs.
Yeah.
shields, flight, augmented strength, like whatever he needs, these things can do. So,
But like this scene right here, where is it? To where he grabs this little girl. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like watching the trailer the first time, I was in tears at this point in time. I was like, oh
like,
man.
do you know how much mental self-control this is taking him though right now?
Yeah.
To not like accidentally fold that little girl in half.
Oh, bro, listen. I mean, it's just crazy. Let's
And you know the greatest thing so far that I've read, apparently, like Gunn was like, "No, don't let that scene of Crypto coming to Superman's aid fool you. Crypto is an asshole in this movie."
Probably. Let's watch this one more time, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled gaming news. Man, hold up. I like total geek thing, of course.
Oh, so
But look,
there's
like I'm
also-
serious when I say this. Water is
see-
resonating in my eye right now because of the Christopher Reeve original like score.
yeah.
It means so much.
And you see that person under the R in Luther Corp? That's somebody else too.
The R in Luther Court?
If you look underneath it,
Oh,
you see that person?
yeah.
Yeah, who is she? I can't.
Hold on. Oh, there is a person. I didn't even see that before. Toaster out here pointing out Easter eggs. All right. Let's click play.
That is the engineer.
The engineer. Okay. Fuck.
The engineer, alien, or
Man. Fucking A, dude.
so the engineer, or Angela Spica,
Uh-huh.
is an electronics prodigy and a member of the superhero team, The Authority, who will eventually get their own DCU movie, blah, blah, blah. So that's who that is.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, dude, he's like, I guess Peacemaker was awesome. I had a lot of fun watching that show.
Yeah.
You know, and now Creature Commandos. You know, like awesome.
Haven't
soundtrack.
watched it yet.
Oh, dude, it's so good, and it's got such a great soundtrack. You know, like, and it's perfect. Like, and the music just lines up perfectly. Like, that's like the one thing I've always loved about James Gunn's is the movies that I've seen. Like, I haven't seen Slither or any of his earlier stuff that was a little out there, I guess.
Jesus.
But like like the stuff he did with Guardians of the Galaxy, like Peacemaker, the music lines up perfectly with the scene.
Yeah.
You know, like there's this scene where they're talking about G.I. Robot in Creature Commandos going into his whole backstory, and the soundtrack narrating it basically is by the Dresden Dolls, Clockwork Boy.
Oh, okay.
You know, are they?
Well, look. Man. That trailer, man. Just man, dude. Like, and that's the one thing that people don't realize too about, like, I'm an old school DC fan.
Dude.
Like, I don't
you know,
remember every aspect of it, but I remember getting the comic book in the mail, The Death of Superman.
Oh yeah.
And like, I remember reading that page to page and just being like, "Oh my god, he's gone!"
Everybody sits here and like everybody's talking about how Superman movies are always getting remade, and there hasn't been a successful one. And honestly, I kind of think I know why. And it's the same thing with like how I am with Kevin Conroy. All right, Batman the Animated Series was fucking amazing. They did such a great job of walking the line between an adult cartoon and the kids, and that's what made the Cape Crusader on Prime so fucking good too. Is they threw that to the wind and they leaned heavily into the darker side, and the whole like yeah. Anyway, but Kevin Conroy's voice performance was so awesome that's the voice I hear in my head when I read a Batman comic.
Yeah,
For
like
a lot of,
no
I mean,
question.
he has been the voice of Batman pretty much up until, like, you had Peter Sellers come in on The Dark Knight, and then you had I guess you had Jensen Ackles and who's the other guy that does him?
Oh man. I have no clue, man. I'm going blank. You looking it up?
Yeah, Jason O'Mara, and he's been awesome too. But like everybody who came up watching the animated series, Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman. Just like anybody who saw Superman in the theaters, Christopher Reeves is Superman. Superman. You know, just like how fucking Mark Hamill is Luke. You know,
yeah. Like you can't. There's no one else that you could say, yes, that's
right.
Luke
And
Skywalker.
I think that's been the biggest problem with trying to make another Superman movie is that nobody is Christopher Reeves. And for the first time, I kind of feel like, holy shit, like this is riding the, we miss him too vibe. You know, let's bring the story back to what that story was. Like the original, how it was hopeful. It, you know, you were, you know, and I mean, I, the minute my friend the monk texted me going, holy shit, I don't even like Superman, but why do I have goosebumps? I was like, all right, you know, this is,
because it's fucking great. That's why it's
see,
so good,
like,
man.
This is like, this is the one thing that, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love the Snyderverse. I mean, I'm a big Frank Miller fan, and at least in my mind, that universe is very heavily inspired by like the Frank Miller, darker, more gritty, you know, Batman and Superman are kind of adversary type things, you know, but that's not what the majority of people who aren't huge comic book fans want. You know, they want the bright, the hopeful, you know, and I would love to see like this continue, and like we get to see like the goofy friendship between Clark and Bruce.
Yes.
You know, not
I agree.
silly, but like the, you know, the where you got the world's finest comics from, like, you know, where they're sniping at each other, but it's very obvious they have the utmost respect and trust in each other, and they're the best of friends. You know, like, and you know, like just that level of awe-inspiring stories, and you know, like the goofiness with the three of them when you get, you know, him, Bats, and Wonder Woman in the same room, and they're not having to punch somebody,
right?
You know,
I agree, bro, 100%. Man, I'm gonna say this, gaming wise, I have been playing a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing a fucking shit ton of video games recently, and I gotta see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can, but bro, I mean, dude, I completely lost it the other day, when it did pull up. Wow. When this skin dropped for Helldivers.
On this day, we stand united once more. On this day, those driven to divide us will hear our voice.
I fucking lost it, man. And I felt so.
I'm getting a little Nazi vibes off.
Listen, now, mind you, the Hellgas always kind of had that feel.
I tried to
Oh shit! No,
yes,
no,
GI.
that's loud.
These are Nazis.
Jesus Christ. So the Hellgas kind of had a Nazi kind of vibe to him, but
kinda.
But it was different. It was different. The Hellgas.
I gotta be careful. A bunch of basement dwellers are gonna get pissed that I equated an armor and Helldivers to Nazis.
Well, the reason I say that is because for the longest time, like when I played Killzone 1 and then Killzone 2, you know, Hellgas were always the bad guys. But then whenever you play Killzone 3, you realize kind of like the Hellgas really weren't the bad guys. You know, listen. No. The Hellgas were driven out of their own planet by the forces at B, and that's what turned them into the bad people that they are. So it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like they were like, man, we don't like the color of your skin, but you know what I'm saying? There wasn't some Hellgas like sitting over there on a swamp. He was like, get the fuck off of my property. But anyways, with that being said, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2. The Illuminate are back, and man, I've been really back into the game, dude. It's been such a fun amount of time that I've been playing. Playing through Fortnite, the Winterfest season. If you are a Fortnite player, just as a reminder, if you haven't played it in some time, there's a ton of new modes on Fortnite. I've been telling a lot of parents locally about this. I've had a lot of messages about, you know, is Fortnite appropriate? Is it something that my kids could play without having to worry or whatever? There's so many new modes on Fortnite now. There's Bricksburg, which is like a GTA in Lego, is the best real way I could say it. It's not like you just going around and doing drugs and all this other stuff, but it's like a free open world to where you can build your house, just go in, chill with your friends, play different games or whatever in this brick like open world Lego game that's inside of Fortnite. But then Fortnite now has just turned into a crazy new hub. Like you have rocket racing, you have the new first person shooter mode, Ballistic, which turns Fortnite into its own version of Call of Duty, and a bunch of these Call of Duty maps have been reworked for it. There's all different types of stuff available for you to play. There's also, you know, things, if you're a music lover, Fortnite Music Fest is a really, really cool way of enjoying different type of music. And in the Music Fest mode, it's kind of, it's turned the game into a different version of why am I going Rockstar or God, Rock Band. I said Rockstar. Guitar Hero, yes. Guitar Band
Rock Band Hero.
Rock Band Hero. So you could do all this stuff in game now, and it's really, honestly, it's crazy to me. There's a lot of times I'll just kind of scroll through and be like, man, dude, like, it's nuts what Fortnite has turned into. But Fortnite is just I feel personally, it is the epitome of what a true online gaming experience should be. You know, it's always evolving, it's always changing, it's always giving you, it's not just about the skins and all this other stuff. You pay now too, you can pay $11.99 a month and get the Fortnite pass, and that gives you access to every singular battle pass that they have, which is the OG pass, the regular Fortnite battle pass, the Lego battle pass, the music battle pass, the Rocket League battle pass. And you get all that, and you get 1,000 V-Bucks a month, as well as exclusive skins through that. So definitely make sure to check it out. Something else I've been playing back through Cyberpunk 2077. I deleted my original save data, which was like hundreds of hours of gameplay, and started fresh from the very beginning. Been playing back through that. Also, I tried with Black Myth Wukong, bro. It's these Soul-esque games, they're just too hard for me, man. Like, I'm just not that type of gamer that can play them. It's really the best way I could say it.
I've gotten used to Elden Ring.
I don't know why, man.
I call it really hard Skyrim.
I suck at it, dude. I suck at them. Like, I do everything that I can. Like, I get out of the way, roll out of the way, dodge, try to, hit them where it hurts, do critical attacks. I just suck at them. I don't see how some of these people play them. But what else? Deleted Call of Duty. It is I'm sure anybody that's been on social media recently on the gaming side of things has seen kind of what is going on with Call of Duty right now. Zombies is fun.
I downloaded Black Ops 6.
You're a fucking liar.
I am not.
God,
I downloaded it on the
Xbox. Have you been playing it though?
I started playing the campaign, but then I started playing other games.
Okay, all right. I'm not re-downloading it. It's just, man, it's so good. Like the zombie side of the game is so good, and some of the multiplayer aspect is so good. But bro, the players online are just, dude.
The
like
community's probably fucking trash.
It's not just in the aspect of it being a trash community. It's the aspect of the gameplay is being trashed because of these fucking cheaters. Like this anti-cheat system that Activision has, it does not work. They invest all this money and they pump up all this shit. And like you get into a game and you run into somebody that's just like the best player you've ever seen in your life. Like, I'm serious. One of the last games I played, I thought I was doing pretty good. And this dude that was on the opposite team was constantly killing everybody left and right, left and right, left and right. So I go on there and look, the motherfucker had like 64 kills in just a regular team deathmatch. And I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Like, there should be a balance. You know, like I don't know why they've gotten away from like balancing like your prestige level. Like I'm prestige 2, I think, and like I do fairly well in multiplayer. And when I'm getting into these games and I get teamed up with these people that have like prestige 150, like I'm like, dude, how do you have time to prestige that way? And it's because of most of them end up doing some type of cheat XP unlock, and they unlock all these different weapons that are so much more heavily damage focused than yours. I mean, they give you one fucking shot kills. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I mean, that's why I like if I do play those games, it's the campaign. I don't do the multiplayer.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do multiplayer in Destiny on the occasion. Like I'll do the Gambit, which is fun.
Yeah.
You know, but I've also gotten super.
Go ahead.
Hey, it's my fellow Mass Effect fan. Hello, Poison.
Hey! Woo! Happy belated birthday, ma'am. Oh man, so good to have you. Which is why I don't play any longer. Yeah, 100%. It's just nuts to me, and it's very tiring and irritating.
I just need another SSX game to come out so I can continue to whoop people's asses in snowboarding games and get.
Have you played Marvel Rivals?
No.
You should play it.
I downloaded it.
Oh, bro, we got.
I still got it. Like I'm still doing Indiana Jones.
Now listen, that is one thing that, of course, I played start to finish, and it was so good.
I just cannot believe fucking how much Troy Baker sounds like fucking
it's
Indiana.
Fucking weird.
It's insane.
Hey, but the good thing is, if they ever want to make a Han Solo standalone game, Troy Baker, man, he's done his auditions already. So, but anyways, moving on. We're already 34 minutes into the show, so I gotta step it up.
We did fanboy over Superman.
I did fanboy. So, I know we have been gone, so just, bear with us. But there was a lot of games announced at the Game Awards.
I've been waiting for this section.
We're gonna hold off and talk about the second opinion, which is Xbox won't have exclusives going forward, as it's been claimed. But we're going to talk about that after this here. So, man, there were some games, dude. There were some damn good games announced. Let me see if I can find the main ones. Okay, so they showcased the Mafia Old Country first premiere trailer, which the game looks great. Showed off all different types of stuff. They showed off, Dragon Age Revive, Den of Wolves, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. WB finally showcased the first trailer for Game of Thrones King's Road, which is going to be a third-person action adventure. It's going to be their first Game of Thrones focused game with their new kind of mindset on their release process. Dying Light the Beast trailer, world premiere trailer was finally showcased, and I'm super down. I'm ready to play it. First Berserker trailer was showcased. One of the biggest announcements, though, that just had me like, I was freaking out. I did a co-stream with Inside the Game, which you could find them on Twitch. You can find them on TikTok and YouTube. But also, if you go to the USA Network, one of the USA Network streaming apps, you could find Inside the Game there. They have a daily show. But I did the live reaction with them at the Game Awards, and Onimusha Way of the Sword was showcased and announced, and I completely lost my shit. I am so beyond ready for this game. I cannot tell you guys like how long I have actually been waiting for a new Onimusha title. It's been some time, and I can't tell you guys how excited I am about it. The game means so much to me, but this little scene right here, when I see the souls being sucked into that like gauntlet, I was like, I was right. I was jumping up and down. I was like, oh my God, it's Onimusha. I just
what one surprised me that I did not see coming?
What's that?
Turok.
Oh, bro, Turok Origins, yes. So, like, Turok Origins is another game that was, like, a huge
Wasn't that
shocker.
It was an N64 game.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Turok hasn't been out since, like, the Nintendo 64 or PlayStation 1, I believe. If there was one on PS2, it was not one that I really knew existed. Of course, Omen of Tyranny for Helldivers 2 DLC was showcased. Warframe 1999, Turok Origins.
All right, it originally came out on the N64.
Mhm.
There was Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. That was on the N64. Rage Wars, which came out on the N64 and the Game Boy Color.
Crazy.
And then there was Turok Evolution, which was on the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, and the GameCube.
Was that the last one?
No. Turok Escape from Lost Valley, which came out on July 25th of 2019 for Xbox One and PC.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Developed by Pillow Pig Games and published by Universal Studios Interactive Entertainment on July 25th, 2019 for Xbox One and PC. It is unrelatable to the previous games, instead based entirely on the Turok comics of the 1950s and with characters animated in the chibi style. The game is played from an isometric perspective, with Turok and his brother Andar fighting numerous creatures as they venture through the Lost Valley.
That is not a Turok game. That is not a fucking Turok game. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if it was made by the original creator of Turok. That is not a fucking Turok game. I gotta pull this image up.
But you know the one I've been chomping at the bit to talk about this, dude. I'm sorry. You can tell me to hold off if you want me to wait.
No. Hold up. I gotta share this tab real quick. Look at this. That is not Turok. No, sir. Bad developer.
Wait, there's a dinosaur. There it is.
No. Okay, go ahead.
The Witcher 4.
Okay.
I mean,
hold up.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and get into it, and then we're gonna play the trailer because this is. Okay. I agree with you. This is a really big.
All right, so for all of you fucking man-childs on the interwebs that are pissed because Siri is a Witcher, if you did not see that coming, please stop playing the Witcher games and stop calling yourself a Witcher fan. Secondly, stop with the "oh my god, it's a woman protagonist" bullshit. Just knock
Who gives
it
a
off.
fuck?
Nobody fucking cares anymore. It's old. We're all getting tired of it, and it's annoying.
Who gives a flying fuck?
Thirdly,
for real,
to all of you lore people, Anders Sarpowski cared so much about the lore that he sold the rights to The Witcher for $9,500 in its entirety, did not ask for royalties, kickbacks, or anything to do with the series going forward.
Yeah.
That's how much he cared about the lore.
He did not. He didn't
So-
care about the lore.
Stop it. And refer back to my original point of if you didn't see this heading towards Ciri becoming a Witcher, you're fucking stupid.
You obviously didn't enjoy the game or understand what the series was about.
Now, I will
Literally,
say,
even though-
I do.
Go ahead.
I will say this about the lore hounds. I will agree with you to some extent. I am very curious as to how Ciri becomes a Witcher. And I think, honestly, the easiest way out of that corner is probably going to be the fact that she's got elder blood in her. I mean,
Let's just
a
watch this trailer.
person that can traverse time and space probably can handle a few nasty beverages.
That's what. Oh man. Just
No,
let's
like
just-
the
let's,
whole
no,
like,
and this is
women-
supposedly 4 to 5 years after the last game.
And honestly, all right, for all of you people watching this trailer right now, this was probably recorded on an RTX 5090. It's not going to run on your PlayStation 4.
It's not going to run on your PS4. Plain and simple. Get over it.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Ye've an heart of gold. Ye've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling, sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny.
Fucking yokels. Bro, 100.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
Fuck you, Dad.
We shall.
Right?
We shall.
You're not my real dad.
Forgive me, daughter. It was my only choice.
Witcher? Witcher, whose coin did ye take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is, by the gods.
No! You chose her.
Oh, and she doesn't look like she did in The Witcher 3. Yeah, because she's older. That's what happens.
She's older, and they did recast a voice actor, just like they did in Metal Gear, because it was a different situation and an older person.
You know, like, Geralt and Yen are just chilling in Kaer Morhen. Like,
Right.
Like, they've already said that he's in the game, and he's totally become Vesemir. He has, like, that's
yeah.
where he's going.
Yeah.
Back to the village. Go, now.
Nay! I must save them. Save the village.
Save yourself.
Nay is crazy.
Dude, look at the size of that girl's ears.
Run. To shelter. To
Like,
your
look
father.
at, like, seriously, can we rewind this a little bit?
Run.
We should have already known that she was going to have some issues with ears that size.
Look at that!
Look at that.
What?
Them.
What?
Save
Are you an
the
elf?
Save yourself.
What are those ears? Like,
I
what?
might have just left her there just because of
You
those
just,
ears.
like, flap away with us.
You know what? I just saw your ears. Get back down on your knees.
I was gonna save you, but then when both things fell off your head, I'm just gonna. You can feed one of those ears to them, and they, there you go. You're sated. Just go back earless.
Man, and this trailer, dude.
We're gonna get hate from big ear people everywhere.
Right?
Second opinion hates big ears. Maybe we'll take our big ears and stop listening to them with our big ears.
And I predicted this pretty right. They were like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's like some type of spider wolf humanoid." Look at that! Oh yeah.
See, this is the moment in the Witcher games where Toaster's theme song kicks in. I'm gonna
Right.
fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna have to download The Witcher again.
Dude, it's on both of my computers. After this trailer, I was like, man, Soleb, you let yourself go.
This was so fucking sick, bro.
See, this is the other thing too that they were saying is she doesn't use signs. She's trained in sorcery by Yennefer, so
Yeah.
she's actually using legitimate spells.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm really eager to see how they build that into the character development, because like you had the mutagens and everything in Witcher 3 with Geralt's character tree, like, and with his signs, but now you have an entire realm of magic available to you. Like
that, bro.
I'm really looking forward. Yeah. I'm like really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do with character development in this game, like, and how you progress and stuff.
Yeah. And another thing too, like, it was always made known in The Witcher 3 how special Yennefer was and what she meant for like the future of like being a Witcher, what she meant to like people in general, what she could do for the world. So like I don't see why these fucking people are like, she's the lead character. Man, this pissed me off so bad. I was like, you fucking, that's some shit that would happen in East Texas.
When I first saw this trailer, I was like, oh, so that's where Ciri gets her Butcher of blah 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 title from.
So all we wanted, for her to go to the woods, to go to the gods.
Gods?
There are no gods.
No god here.
There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Oh, she gonna murder you all. You're all gonna die. When you saw that scene where like Geralt, or that's like, whoa, so that's where he's the Butcher of Blaviken. Okay, I understand. You're gonna get this after you finish this cutscene in the video game. There's gonna be an achievement pop up. Ciri, Butcher of fuck you face.
Butcher of fuck your face. Oh man. So dude, I don't see how people can watch that trailer and not be like, holy fuck,
dude,
I
at
can't
this
wait.
point,
until
I
this
think the
game comes out.
negativity that comes with like people saying like, oh my god, it's just to get clicks. Like, it has to be. You cannot be this fucking pathetic.
Yeah,
like, you
I
can't.
agree. Other go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, even the people who are freaking out about the Naughty Dog game, you don't know anything about it other than they had a lot of product placement.
Listen to me.
Sony, the Pet Shop Boys, man.
They were freaking out. Listen, they're freaking out about the Naughty Dog game because it's a female protagonist. Plain and simple. End of discussion.
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck? I don't give a shit.
Honestly, man.
So real quick to run through this, Project Sentry was announced as well, which is from the creators of the Yakuza series. Virtual Fighter is coming back, which I was very excited about. The Ninja Gaiden. Also, Borderlands 4, good trailer was showcased of that, showcasing tons of different gameplay. Are you excited about this?
No, I'm not.
What?
Wow. Well, they look lame.
Man.
The characters look lame.
I will tell you one game that really struck a chord with me was Split Fiction, which is the I don't know why I'm going blank on this, but Split Fiction is from the developer. It's the same one that each year at the Game Awards he's always cussing. That one year he was like, fuck the Grammys. It's being done as an Electronic Arts original, but it's coming from Hazelight Studios. and it's about these two females that are, like writers, and they go to this type of like test site to make their stories come to life, and then their stories get merged together. So it's from the same studio that did It Takes Two. And I'm very, very excited about that game. Also, they showed off the Outer Worlds 2, which I cannot wait for. The original...
that trailer was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, it was. And if you haven't had a chance to watch...
Knights of the Old Republic
2.
2. Neverwinter Nights 2. Fallout 3 2. Vegas.
The new from the maker of Shadow Colossus and Ico, there's a new title coming out. Of course, Elden Ring Night Rain was announced. It's like a new standalone co-op version of Elden Ring. There was all different types of games that were showcased. And if anything, as always, I will say there was more of a focus on game announcements and game releases and stuff than there was Game Awards, which is crazy. One shocker to me, too, was Rematch, which is a soccer game that is being created by the studio behind Sifu. So I was very, very confused and shocked by that. But of course, then there was Intergalactic, which was Naughty Dog's new game. I predicted it beforehand, showcased like some newspaper. I was like, this has got to be Naughty Dog's new game. I was right on point. Good job. Very excited for that. I can't wait to see more. But quickly, we're going to move back into the second opinion. Xbox won't have exclusives going forward, it has been claimed. So according to Windows Central executive editor Jez Corden, who discussed his understanding of Microsoft's first-party strategy in a series of Twitter posts this weekend, it is being said that from his understanding, there will be no more exclusives going forward. They will pretty much just be timed exclusives. It says Xbox won't have exclusives going forward. Everything is moving to a timed exclusive slot. If some games are exclusive, it's going to be an incidental exclusive at best. The case-by-case argument is by and large going to be multi-platform timed and with maybe a few outliners. So there might be a handful of games that they're like, okay, this is not going to go to anything else but Xbox. But most of these games, from what he is saying in this new outline for Xbox, it is pretty much clear now that Xbox will no longer have exclusives. So, Toaster, I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it was a natural progression of things. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
The timed exclusive thing it's going to be a bonus to the Xbox owners who are going to get to play it first, especially those on who have Game Pass and are, paying for the ultimate access to get level to the top tier studios. And then, people are still going to go buy a PlayStation. And honestly, if PlayStation hounds onto their exclusives, it, might help them with their console sales.
Yeah. But,
I think this is kind of Xbox's way of kind of silently being like, all right, look, we're not going to bother with this console war shit anymore. People are going to buy the console they want to buy. And we'll just go from there.
Yeah. Well, and too, you have to think about it like this. I mean, let's look at it in the business aspect of things.
And plus, Sony does stupid shit like redoes the PS5 Pro for $700.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's think about it.
Just buy a computer.
Let's think about it in the money aspect of things. The fact that Xbox is a business. Okay, Xbox is always in the business of making money. That's the reason why Microsoft is one of the only $1 trillion companies out there that is a constant success. people can say what they want to about Xbox and say, well, it's irritating that there's not going to be exclusives. No, there's not going to be exclusives. Okay, there's not going to be big.
Why does that matter?
But what does that matter exactly? If you buy an Xbox and you have Xbox Game Pass, at least you know you get those games first, day one, and you don't have to wait an entire year to play that game. So that's where Microsoft is looking at. Microsoft is like, listen, yes, we won't have these games exclusively tied down to our console. But what is great is that we can have them tied down for a year. And then after that year, start making money off of our investment.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the way that, they're not making the amount of money they would if the game was full price off of people that are paying for Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Like Doom, Wolfenstein, the Bethesda titles are all $60, $70.
Yep.
So they get their initial bump of people buying their console and paying for Game Pass. And then they get a second round influx of people that may have seen the game, wanted to play the game, but have a PlayStation. And now they're going to having to buy, either they're paying for the PlayStation game program, PlayStation Plus, or they're paying $70 for the game, depending on how Microsoft's going to release it to other consoles. Like, are they going to be like, okay, we're done streaming it on our stuff first, so you guys can go ahead and stream it on your stuff?
Yeah, and you're not going to see them like, I think it's going to be, years. It'll be a couple of years before PlayStation is like, okay, now we can put those games on PlayStation Plus. We're going to work with Microsoft to put them on PS Plus. But PlayStation looks at this as a win. Xbox looks at this as a win. Fans don't. So this is a problem that we're running into, is that fans don't find this as a win. And it is. It is a win for Xbox because it's just going to be money coming into the ecosystem.
Well, I mean, so there's the fear too of like the consolidating of studios and things like that. Like, I can understand that legitimate concern.
Yes,
but at the same time, like, fan bases have gotten shitty. Like, the internet has given people the ability to anonymously just be fucking assholes to people and not have any repercussions about it. Mm-hmm. And it's just like vicious fucking cycle because you get pissed because a developer tried something new and you send them death threats. So they stop trying new shit. And then you start complaining because the games are all repeat, cut and, copy and paste fucking storylines, and you send them death threats. It's like, and then they stop making games. When you're sitting there shitting on an indie developer's game to the point where, like, I mean, some of the stuff that's been said to people is fucking brutal, and it's completely unnecessary. But then they stop making video games because I can't take the threats. I can't take the negativity all the time.
Yep.
Like, it's on us as fans to do better so we can get better games from the studios. Like, and encourage innovation and new things and new story and new characters and new protagonists.
Well, this guy says it perfect here. He says exclusives are anti-consumer, and if Sony were also putting first-party titles on Xbox after 6 months, that would be a good net. However, Sony is not, and Xbox is pretty much giving Sony a monopoly while throwing away any good
monopoly on what?
No, I did. Now, see, I disagree with that part. Now, I did not see this at the end.
I mean, what, like, other than God of War, what, Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, what, the Uncharted series?
Uncharted.
I mean, there's and Ghost of Tsushima. If you were to cut down to that,
Ghost of Tsushima is really fucking good.
Listen, what I'm coming across of saying is these games right here, these 4 games, this is just 4 games. They're all owned by Xbox, and they're all coming to PlayStation. Sea of Thieves already on PlayStation. It's $29, and since it's come to PlayStation, it's grown even more. But the main thing is, do we see Xbox move into the like a multi-platform publisher? And a lot of times people say that these type of choices are bad, but I don't think things like that are bad. What I do think is bad is when you do have a company like Xbox growing exponentially and having some of these really great games and great content coming as much as they have. Oh, and Horizon. I forgot to say Horizon.
Yeah,
Zero
and Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man. But what we do see that is bad, by the way, Dad, look, I'm wearing the shirt you got me, okay? If it doesn't involve video games or pizza, I don't want it. He always tells me I don't wear these shirts that he buys me. But anyway, so what it hurts is when there is large investments into these video game studios and companies and building investments. And even with me, whenever I went to Summer Games Fest this year and went to the Xbox Showcase, the conversation that Phil Spencer had with the entirety of the group that was there, okay, he had this huge conversation before the live stream started. And it was really heartfelt, I think. It was talking about the future of Xbox and how they're going to grow and how they're going to do this and this and this. And then even after that, we see Shudder happening to Xbox Studios. And of course, Bethesda was like, fuck that. We're unionizing. Because this is not a good thing to do, buying studios and then afterwards saying, oh, well, we already have people that we can move into these roles. Let's cut down on staffing. You're a $1 trillion company. You can't tell me that you can't afford the studios.
But no, it's not the employee. It's not like the C. It's the shareholders.
Exactly.
It's the asshole multi-million-dollar investors.
Exactly, bro.
They. I don't know. Like
they talked about it at the Game Awards. Okay,
that's what they hate. They all hate Sven. Sven from fucking Larian.
Yeah,
I love Sven. Sven is amazing. I love his speeches. His speeches are great because
was he the one that gave the speech at the?
Yeah, where he was basically like, if you make a fucking game, people want to play. People are going to play it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it shouldn't be based on numbers. It shouldn't be based on.
Like when fucking EA or Jedi Fallen Order came out and EA was treating it like an experiment because they were like, oh, we think single player. Fuck you, single player story driven games are dead. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to make GTA money. They're not going to make Madden money because Madden appeals to a huge audience. Fuck, I'll play Madden.
Yeah.
Same thing with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But a decent single-player, story-driven game will still make you fucking money because there is a very large, very, very rabid fan base out there for these titles. Look at Skyrim. Look at The Witcher 3. Look at the Mass Effect series, barring the ending of Mass Effect 3. Look at the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, Cyberpunk 2077. Like, there's a market for it. And you know what? And Poison Pink Fluff. And you know what? You might not make the GTA money or the Madden money, but you're still making that money off of those fucking titles, and your shareholders are still getting somewhat rich off of those titles.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at it like, oh, well, it's not performing like GTA. It's not GTA. It's not going to.
It's not going to. GTA is, listen, I've said this once and I've said it twice. GTA is a thing of its own. It cannot be beat, plain and simple. When I'm telling you, it's calling
like
it right now.
MMOs that come for World of Warcraft.
So what? Oh, let me see.
Mama found it in the laundry room.
Dante wanted me to show this on stream. This is J Shock Blast.
Shout out J Shock Blast. That's Thor.
And Thor recently passed away, I believe. So I'm almost certain. So big shout out to J Shock Blast for giving this to Dante. It's his favorite toy. Dante, you say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Dante, what's going on, bud?
All right, Bubba. Go back in there. I'm almost done. We're getting there. Shut the door with your giant house shoes on. So I agree. Yes, you can have crackers. So
You know, I mean, and like, it's just this just goes back to things I've said before. Like, it takes time to build a blockbuster franchise. You know,
it
and
does, man.
if you invest, like, when the state of Rhode Island invested in 38 studios, and they expected a return within 2, are you fucking kidding me? No, and I mean, let's not. Kurt Schilling fucked that whole thing up by hiring top level talent on the first game. You don't
Yes.
do that. You order
No.
you hire the talent you can afford to make the first game. If the first game turns into a fucking blockbuster, that's when you bring in R.A. Salvatore and Todd McFarlane and the composer from fucking Fable and all that jazz.
Yep.
Like, you know, but it's still an investment that takes time to build momentum.
I agree,
know?
100%.
Like, and it doesn't really build momentum until, you know, a bigger publishing house comes in. Like, BioWare was independent and good until EA was like, come here and make Anthem.
Oh, man, poor Anthem. I still have that Anthem poster over there. So the big thing is, I'm going to call this right now. When, like, for instance, when GTA's finally, when Take-Two finally announces and showcases the next GTA 6 trailer, like, it's been rumored all of 2025 that another trailer was hitting, and it has not hit. And constantly you're seeing this and this. I'm telling you, it's going to be the most watched gameplay trailer.
Shit, the other thing, Red Dead fucking Redemption.
Yeah. Red Dead 2. It's one of the biggest games that they've launched.
And it's a single player story driven
player game. But I'm gonna tell you, when GTA comes out, it's gonna be one of the most watched trailers. When it releases fully, it's gonna be one of the highest purchase games of all time. I mean, they're talking about this game is supposed to have one of the most expansive single player stories out there. Online gameplay that you've never seen before. The Take-Two CEO did an interview a couple of days ago with a small YouTuber and was talking about this. It was like, hey, listen, it's going to be an experience you've never seen before in gaming. Like, they're talking about, even like Take-Two and Rockstar have worked with some of these custom server owners, actually worked with them directly and said, hey, so how do you do this? How can we do this in Grand Theft Auto? So, like, if they come out and they have role-playing servers in the game day one, to where you could choose your character, choose your work. Like, if you want to play as a cop or play as a gang member or play as a convenience store owner or whatever, you could do that in GTA. It's going to be huge because that's one of the biggest watched social streaming things out there, you know, for having this.
Just like stream your daily life as a bodega owner in Grand
Bro, I'm telling you, watch some of these role-playing servers. They're crazy, man. They're really, honestly
Oh,
nuts.
no, I play World of Warcraft, man.
Yeah. So
they get weird.
But anyways, with that said, there's, you know, the Game Awards, there was tons of different stuff showcased. There's some really great games coming out in 2025. I don't know, like, Toaster, is there a certain one that's coming out in 2025 that you're just very excited about? Something that you cannot wait for?
The Witcher 4.
Is that it?
And Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Really?
Yeah. I really like Dotemu. I love what they're doing. Like, their Shredder's Revenge, the Ninja Turtles game, and Streets of Rage 4 was great, and I love seeing this cleaned up 16-bit style graphic, you know, thing they're doing, coupled with today's controller response. It's, you know, I'm waiting to see more about Naughty Dog's game. That looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Onimusha, of course.
Man, I've said it once, I've said it twice. And now I'm going to say it the third time. Capcom is unstoppable. Okay? Plain and simple. They are unfucking stoppable. Listen to me, bro. Okay, hold up. I'll prove my point.
I'm just saying. Resident Evil 5 was questionable.
Bro, you're talking about Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, I am.
Bro, that was years ago. I'm talking about now.
You know who's not untouchable
games.
and will remain so until they fucking release Symphony of the Night on the Switch? Konami.
Release that goddamn game to Switch.
It's never gonna happen. Sorry, bro. Okay. Man. Wow. The amount of fucking games since
I gotta
2021.
take this call from the key CEO of Konami. Oh, he said sorry, bro. It's not gonna be done.
Let me share this. Share this screen.
I'm sure Konami has sold a lot of
No,
fucking
no.
games.
I'm making a point.
I
Just look at
understand that. I'm just
this.
agreeing with
Dragon's
you.
Dogma 2,
That's
Resident
a
Evil
garbage
4.
game.
What did you just say? Bro. Okay, so
I'm just channeling a little bit of Skelly right there.
I'm not into Monster Hunter stories, but Monster Hunter stories
Monster Hunter was fun. It's
and
fun.
Stories 2 is
I
fun.
want to get on Monster Hunter World when that comes out.
And then we have Biohazard.
Resident Evil 7 was fucked up.
Fucked up. Kintsugamie Path of the Goddess, really great game. Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered, Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, fantastic. They re-released.
Dude, it's a fucking Street Fighter versus Marvel.
Listen,
Fatal Fury, Final Fight,
unstoppable. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out in February. Then you got Onimusha coming out. Man, dude, I'm telling you, they are hitting every spot that they need with their fan base.
Can you imagine how fucking smooth the combat's gonna be in Onimusha?
Man, dude, listen. Did you play the original Onimusha?
Yeah.
Bro, Onimusha 2 was like Onimusha 1 was, it was good.
Yeah.
But Onimusha 2 was top tier. Okay. Like, I knew nothing of the lore of Onimusha, but after playing Onimusha 2, I got so obsessed with the game. And then they came out with Onimusha 3, and it wasn't as good as 2, but it was still like, man, it was a great fucking game. My top games for 2025, I'd probably say are going to be Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Actually, Baldur's Gate 3 when patch 8 drops.
You and your fucking Baldur's Gate.
Dude, cross-platform, they're introducing 8 new subclasses.
Eventually I'll play it.
And like full-ass mod support. So like, I really hope that they kind of just do this thing where they're like, all right, we're going to come up with an open map. Like, here's the continent. Now, have at it.
Have fun.
And you go over there and like the enemies like Thomas the Tank Engine.
I will say this. All right. So Outer Worlds 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra.
They didn't show any of that that game. When is that supposed to come out?
It's supposed to come out next year, but it is being headed up by Amy Hennig. So I'm down for
2026 when that game comes out.
Shut up. Mafia: The Old Country, Ghost of Yotai.
Oh, I forgot about Ghost of Yotai.
And then I'd probably say Grand Theft Auto 6. Now there's all kinds of other games too that are like honorable mention, like Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Civilization 7, Avowed, Atomfall, which is being done by Rebellion, and of course one of a game that I am still excited for, Assassin's Creed Shadows. So there's going to be a lot of fucking games in 2025.
Who in the Ubisoft boardroom and they were like, so we're going to do a new Assassin's Creed game. Okay. All right. I got you. It's going to have 2 protagonists. All right. Yeah, cool. We're going to do feudal samurai Japan. Are you sure?
Listen, but you've got to realize, I think they've had that on their pipeline for years.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, fucking like I'm worried they're setting themselves up to fail because
Listen,
Sucker Punch put that fucking bar up here.
But you got to realize, bro, they had no clue. Okay, they had no clue.
Yeah, but I mean, so you had to if you were on the team for that game and fucking Ghost of Tsushima comes out, you had to have been like, fuck.
Of course, I'm sure they were, but oh my god, I'm getting ads right now. Puff puff pass on driving. What is this? Drug impaired driving. Get off of my computer. God. All right, so moving on. We've been geeking out for a bit. We need to get this end of the show coming up.
We don't do a show consistently.
I know. Sony is now the largest shareholder in Kadokawa. Is that right? Kadokawa? The parent company that owns From Software. Now they are the largest shareholder in this company. So Sony is now the largest shareholder, but it has not acquired the company. Now the third party, the parent company, Kadokawa, want Sony to buy them. They're like, this has actually been reported that the higher ups at this parent company have come to Sony and say, like, we want you to buy us.
How much do you want to buy us for?
Please buy us. And it says, we are very pleased to conclude this capital and business alliance with Sony. This alliance is expected to not only further and strengthen the IP creation capabilities, but also increase the IP media mix options with Sony's support for the global expansion, allowing us to deliver our IPs to more users around the world. We are confident that this will greatly contribute to maximizing the value of our IP and increase our corporate value. We intend to do our utmost to ensure that our collaborative efforts with Sony produce great results in the global market. So I think a lot of people out there are still expecting Sony to come out and say that all these From Software games are going to be exclusive. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think that Sony is totally okay.
I mean, they're really good at shooting themselves in the foot, though.
You think so?
That's how, dude, that's how the whole Activision Blizzard Microsoft merger ended up going forward.
I will say
the
this,
judge
bro,
started asking about Sony exclusives, and the lawyer was like, "Yeah, those will never show up on an Xbox." So it's like, okay, well.
But my thing is this: if Sony did decide to buy them, it would not surprise me if Sony was like, "Yeah, we're going to make it exclusive," because there's such a big fan base that's focused around From Software games. Then that type of IP and that type of company could easily sell consoles. But I don't see it happening. I really don't. At all. Moving on from that, Amazon has officially renewed the video game anthology series Secret Level for season 2.
So my wife and I have been watching it. We just watched we had to pause the Warhammer episode.
Bro,
the New World episode is fucking hilarious,
and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And it's even funnier because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as the main character.
When we were watching it, I had to like stop and like go back and was like, "Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger?" And my wife was like, "That is Arnold Schwarzenegger," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I've come for your country and your crown. That's my pancreas.
Yeah. It's such a great series. Now I will say
that first episode, I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Like
the Sony episode, I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple episodes that I'm not gonna say that give spoilers for, since Toaster hasn't watched all of them, but I will tell you some of them, they were okay. There wasn't. It kind of felt like, if anything, it felt more like an extended trailer for like something. But obviously, You could tell the hard work that they put into this. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Outside of the Warhammer episode, the Armor Core episode is fucking brilliant. Man, oh man, oh man. Like, I want to see an Armor Core Keanu Reeves CGI movie in theaters tomorrow. Like it, oh.
Dude, like
God.
the talent, like so far, like the Dungeons and Dragons episode was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a D&D nerd.
Yeah.
You know, to have fucking Tiamat show up, like, and then you're like, who the fuck is that cleric? And he can just be like, "Fuck you, goddess, you're not hidden." Like, what? What the fuck are you?
I'll
You know,
tell you
and then-
this: it was kind of depressing watching the
love-
Concord episode.
I haven't watched that. I haven't seen that. I love the Unreal Tournament episode. I thought that was great.
Bro.
I think the only thing that would have made that better is if Zan flipped somebody to the bird. That would
Yeah.
have been beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, but like I can't wait for the Mega Man episode, and I hear the Pac-Man episode is like a fucking horror.
Listen. Whoa,
Like,
bro.
you know, but like if I really hope that this like I want
hope
to
it
see this
continues.
open it. Yeah, no,
I
and
wanna
open
see-
the opportunity for like I mean they tried it with Advent Children, the Final Fantasy VII movie, and it was almost. But you know, now you've seen the success of Lord of the Rings, the Tale of the Romarin, or whatever that animated movie
I
that
was
is.
going to take my wife to go see that.
Dude, it's been like people have been going to see it. It's been making good money. Like, I really hope this encourages Amazon and encourages game studios to be like, "What? Yes, you can use our IP."
Yeah.
Like, I'd
Like
love to see like the Blizzard CGI like cinematics team.
Man. I want to
Dude,
see
I'm sorry.
I want to see
Like,
some of
Diablo
these
3 cinematics, Diablo 4 cinematics, like the
Oh, yeah.
Blizzard, like the War Within, their cinematics team is fucking amazing.
Mhm.
Now imagine if that cinematics team had a 15 or 30-minute window to tell a story.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
That's my only beef with the War Within right now. Like when the trailers that came out with it, like fucking Anduin looked like Steve Amell, literally looked like the Arrow.
Yeah.
And when you look at him in the game, because of the age of the engine, he looks like a weird dude with cornrows. You're just like, how do you look like
How
the
do you
Arrow?
miss this translation?
Yeah, like that doesn't look right.
But anyways, so yeah, they've been hitting it, man. I'm telling you, it's been great, and I would love to see this stretch into like 6-7 seasons. Do games that have not been on there, bro.
Could you,
bring
like,
out
that's the
secret
fact-
level, bro? Oh, toaster. Don't.
What if?
don't.
What if? Wait!
Don't.
What if that was the Mass Effect thing that Henry Cavill was supposedly attached to?
Oh, bro, I would lose it. I would lose it.
Because if they're doing an animated thing, I don't need him to be Shepard.
Yeah, fuck it.
I need him to be Rex.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll see what happens, but I really feel that Secret Level has showcased some really great stuff, and there's a really good reason to be excited for what they have what they have coming soon. But with that, speaking of things coming soon, it has been potentially leaked. We don't know for sure, but a leaker recently revealed that the Doom release date, Doom the Dark Ages release date, may have been leaked out. It says it could be releasing May of 2025. So if you do not know, Doom the Dark Ages is set to release sometime in 2025. And the good thing about Doom the Dark Ages is it is a prequel. It is something that I feel personally that the id Software team has been wanting to tell for some time now. With Hugo Martin and Marty Stratton, I ran into them, had a great conversation at Summer Games Fest this past year. And, you know, they were just so excited to finally showcase this. But Doom the Dark Ages is supposed to be a tale of what made the Doomslayer. So in the original re-release of Doom, you hear this voice that says, in the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first fell, there was one man that chose to defy the demonic rule, and that was the Doomslayer. And I think this is where this is going to be a game that's going to showcase the legend and the majesty of what the Doomslayer was really all about back in the Dark Ages. And I'm very, very excited for this game. If it's coming out in May of 2025, I feel like it is going to do some really great numbers when it comes down to who is going to play it and when they're going to play it, because this, of course, is going to be something that's going to be Xbox Game Pass day one. But my thing is this, Toaster, with the massive amount of games that are coming out in 2025,
Things are going to get moved.
I was going to say, do you feel like things are going to get moved around? Release dates are going to get moved around?
Yeah, I think things are going to get pushed out. I think, hopefully The Witcher 4 releases in 2025. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, these are the game production has gotten ridiculous nowadays.
Yeah,
and so I take all of these announcements at E3, Summer Games Pass, or Summer Games Pass. The Game Awards, take it with a grain of salt, because you have a small you sneaking up behind you.
I'm almost done, baby. Okay, and then I'm gonna take you to the store.
Okay.
I promise. I love you.
But and this goes back to what I said earlier. This is when it falls on us as fans to not be dicks.
Yeah.
If we want something that's gonna be good and fully, we need to be patient. And if fucking CD Projekt Red or anybody comes out and says, you know what, we got to push this out, it needs some polishing, then we as fans need to go, okay,
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I got plenty of games to fucking play.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that these titles release this year. I'd like to give Doom a shot again, and I'm probably going to end up just restarting my game that I played, because I am not in a good place when I load my save. I have no ammo, and it's all of the fucking heavy hitters from Doom Eternal. It's not even funny. I'm just fuck.
It's okay. I did that.
And they're I'm dead.
I was gonna say I did that in Cyberpunk 2077. I load in, and I'm like, what was I even doing in the game? I'm I don't even know. So I get down in my car, and I'm driving, I'm all vibing and shit like that, and then the Asaka clan comes up and just fucking demolishes me, and I'm what is happening? Why are they chasing me down? And I realize where I'm at in the story. I'm oh my god, bro!
Dude, I went full crafter in my playthrough. I can, yeah.
By the way,
I have legendary +5 fucking guns. It's ridiculous.
What is she? I have that too on Doom. I have the worst save.
Yeah, it's literally, I have a shotgun shell and maybe a rocket, and it's all of the big dudes. It's in the castle level.
Oh God, yes.
I'm
yeah,
fuck.
That's a
and there's
rough
no
one.
ammo, and you're just
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta do nothing. But anyways, listen, we've been chatting it up for an hour and a half now. We will be more consistent. We will be doing a podcast once a week, no questions asked going forward. I've got my mind and stuff back, as Toasters even said. We've all needed a little bit of downtime this holiday season, and just how the last 6 months have kind of gone. It's been a lot for everybody. So I've just needed a little bit of time to kind of focus back in and get things back lined in. But we are 100% fully committed to making sure that the Second Opinion podcast finally gets to the point of having 500 episodes, and we're going to push for it. So we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this episode. I got to take this little girl to the store and let her finally spend her birthday money. So I love you guys, and thanks for watching. Make sure to follow Toaster on
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. What's your handle on Blue Sky?
Toaster McGee.
.Blue Sky.
Yeah,
or whatever. Follow me on Blue Sky. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. Hopefully, from the way it seems, TikTok may not be banned. We'll have to see how that plays out. But
Yeah, it's Toaster McGee. So MCGHEE dot bluesky.social.
there you go. I love you guys so much. Please make sure to check us out at cineleaks.com. Toaster's got some stuff I think that he's going to be working on and posting soon, as well as I'm going to have my review for Shadow of the Damned, Hella Remastered, Soul Reaver, Legend of Kain. That review will be coming this hopefully tomorrow. And then also I will be having my review for Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide for PS5 posted up soon as well. So I love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.